Hey Libra, welcome to your monthly reading. This is Venus Baby Tarot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on for you for the month of September. Also, guys, if you are looking for a personal reading, you can book down below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Messages for Libra for the month of September, please. Yeah, oh, you have the sun. I love that. Like, this is one of my favorite sun cards too. Just like the glowing angel ready to bestow like this this blessing. But then you move into the Four of Cups. Okay. Very interesting. We'll see. It's so funny because it's very similar to Taurus, and the fact that like the first card was really good, middle card, and then the last card was really good here. Okay, so it does look like it's a bit of a roller coaster of a month here for you, to be honest. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It just seems to be that it's like you have been very happy in your life recently. Like, things have been flowing for you. You've been feeling a lot of blessings in your life. And I do feel like you reach a point of stagnancy. Like, there's a little bit of boredom for you. Just a little, kind of meh energy. It's meh. And I feel like what's happening for you is, and this could actually be like, and this, like, currently, like, things are just kind of, it could be better. So, like, it could be better. But anyway, and you're kind of reflecting. You're looking at yourself. You may be kind of thinking of different avenues for your life, and maybe really even thinking of what am I trying to say? Like, I just feel like thinking maybe of like, how do I put that? Because I want to say, like, thinking of things that you could have done differently. But every time I start to say that, I look at the sun and I'm like, okay, so I feel like what's happening for you is that your perspective of things is skewed. Okay. I don't feel that you're supposed to be in this energy. I feel like that as you're reflecting and you look back on the recent past, you're sort of dwelling here in perhaps like, oh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done this, instead of looking at it from a place of gratitude, because perhaps you're being too hard on yourself, Libra. Because I get the sense that, like, you're in a phase where you're drained, you're tired, maybe even feeling a little bit of ruin in your life. But it's kind of like I'm just keep getting this energy that it's like, that's not actually the way that it is. Like, it's not actually like that. I feel like it's almost like you're just seeing it wrong. Like, it's not actually like that. Like, you're feeling disappointed, and I'm looking at these daffodils, and I'm like, why? You just need to turn around. Like, you just need to look up or turn around. Like, I'm just getting, Taurus got the same thing, Seven of Cups. I'm going to shuffle them again. But you know what I mean? I don't know. It's almost like you're kind of sad, disappointed, maybe even a little bored. And really what you're just needing is like a shift in perspective, like a gratitude list or something. You know what I mean? Nine of Pentacles. So it looks like things were going really well for you in the recent past. I mean, you were happy. You could have, like, you just maybe spending some money, just, treating yourself the way that you feel like you deserve to be treated, and just feeling good about yourself, feeling good in your skin, that kind of thing, you know, and you just had a lot more opportunities open, available to you. And then now it's like you're shifting into this Four of Cups. And like I said, look, it's clarified by the King of Cups and the Justice card. I don't feel like it's as bad as your mind is thinking that it is. Like, I don't. The Nine of Wands and the Devil. Interesting. Okay, here's what I get. Here's what I'm getting. Libra, I feel like things have been going really well for you. And because they started to go well for you, you are now in this energy of, okay, now when is the other shoe going to drop? Like, it's almost like you are expecting, because the Nine of Wands is our wounds, right? It's like you are expecting the devil to pop out of nowhere. Like, you are expecting the ruin. You are just, it's like you're just expecting it. And because of that, you are disappointed right now, maybe even a little depressed, because you're expecting the worst case scenario. And it's weird to me, because it's almost like, because I'm looking at justice and that's karma, it's like you have this opportunity to be truly emotionally fulfilled, happy in your life, feeling good in your skin, happy, joyous, and free. And it's like you somehow feel like karmically, maybe you don't deserve to have that. Okay. So you're worrying about when the other shoe is going to drop. But I think the question you need to ask yourself is when did the first shoe drop? Because the first shoe dropped in your mind. I don't feel like it's actually dropping in your life. I feel like it really is just like you. Like, you could be seeing little hiccups in your life as like just doom and gloom. And like, so you kind of fall down the rabbit hole of, oh no, this happened, you know, it's a domino effect. Everything is just going to mess up. Like, you know what I mean? It's like anxiety supercharged, right? It's like you are trying to see into the future from a place of anxiety instead of a place of intuition. And I feel like that's why this Queen of Cups is here to tell you, okay, Libra, like, slow your roll. You need to give yourself some compassion and some grace, and you just need to like find some, you know, peace and serenity and balance, and like slow your roll and chill out, okay? Because the Nine of Wands here, it is our wounds, but it is also our resiliency. And our resiliency is born out of a place of healing and trying to go again, okay? Patching up those wounds and trying to go again. And I feel like you're afraid that I feel like even budge right now, it very much feels like freeze mode. Like if you even budge right now, you're like, everything's going to fall apart. Everything's going to fall apart. and I feel like you need to know that is not true. Look, the Hanged Man, you have got to see it differently. You've got to see it differently. You need to approach things from a lighter space in your life. Look at that Ace of Cups, y'all, for real. You need to see things. This is how you see things right now. It is time to shift around, you know, maybe even see like my angels, my spirit guides, like they're watching over me. They're watching over me. Okay. I karmically deserve good things. These are the things that you need to see in your life right now. Okay. Be more light, free, have fun, do things that you enjoy, do something creative, you know? What are you passionate about? What is something that when you do it, you are in the flow? Okay, like I'll give you an example, and I just noticed because she's holding a ball of fire. People who are doing flow art, for instance, which I freaking love flow art. I used to be a raver, but anyway, in my younger days. I love flow art, and like, you know, that when they're doing that, like, you're so in the moment, like they're so in the moment, like it's like that is such a healing space to be, is just to be fully in the moment, right? And or even you're dancing or painting or doing like ceramics, like pottery, the pottery wheel. You're not thinking about your stresses. You're not thinking about the worst case scenario. You're in the moment, you know? Makeup, you know, for some people that's makeup, or singing, playing their guitar, etc. Like, that's page of one's energy. It's like being in the flow, right? And I feel like when you're in the flow, do you see that she's not even aware of the snake? Like, she doesn't even see it. Like, her eyes are actually looking at this. She doesn't see this. You're not going to see this, because when you're doing what feels good in your heart, you don't see the stressors. You don't see the worries. You don't see the things that, it's almost like you don't see. Okay, here's what it is. So, because that King of Swords is underneath the Moon card, and what you don't see is practicality, okay? I feel like with Libra, with this Justice card, it's like you're trying to weigh out the fun, the joy, the excitement, the love, the abundance in your life with, okay, is this reality though? Like, it's like, I feel like Libra, right now, you're scared to be a little delulu, because it's like you feel like you have to be so real, like you have to think about things realistically, okay? And I feel like when you're in the flow, and that is what they're trying to tell you, when you're in the flow, you're not worried about what's practical, what's real. You know, you're just in the flow of spirit, you guys. And look at this. Like, I just noticed this as I'm talking to you. Do you see this hand that is holding this person in the Ace of Cups? This is flow. This is spirit. This is, look at this, joy right here. When you're in this joy, you're not focused on this Nine of Swords right here. Knight of Wands, the hedonist of the deck, okay? When you are truly in the moment, you are just enjoying life and being in the flow, you control the devil. Do you see how the Knight of Wands is holding that snake? Like you get to control, and you're doing this even without realizing that you're doing it, because the devil, snakes, even, not saying that snakes are the devil, but they're unpredictable, okay? And they really are, you know, and I feel like part of why we get stuck in devil energy is because we are trying to predict what's going to happen. So we become very bound to our limitations, and we keep ourselves very small, right? Because of that, because we're trying to keep ourselves safe, and we keep ourselves very contained. But it's like, whenever they're telling you, you need to find something that totally puts you in the flow, to where you don't even think about these things, because by doing that, you inadvertently are going to be controlling that devil in your life, which I feel like is the thing that keeps you restricted and small and worried and seeing the worst case scenario. You are controlling it, and you're controlling it because your attention is going somewhere else. So the devil gets smaller and smaller and smaller, to the point that it's almost completely non-existent, and it doesn't even become a factor in your life. That was a message. That was quite a message. Oh my goodness. That was quite a message. Okay, so let's get you some love cards since we're doing a monthly reading. Love messages for Libra. I feel like my face is like hot. My face feels really hot right here. Manifest and Guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. I told you that from the beginning of the reading. Okay, you got a lot of cards here. Honeymoon phase, challenges, and distance. So, okay. Somebody is watching over you. I feel like part of you, like for some of you, this low energy, this low vibe energy could be because you don't see. You're kind of like, man, I don't know when somebody's ever going to come into my life, you know, like I'm ready for my next love, but where are they? You know what I mean? And so I feel like you've been kind of worried, like, when is this going to come to me? And part of the perspective shift for you is to tell the universe, your guardians are watching over you. Manifest it. This is what I want. And then you need to get into the flow of your life. Okay? And in the flow of your life, that's when it comes. Okay? Now, this person right now is at a distance from you. Okay? So you haven't seen this person. Now, for some of you, you are going to meet somebody that you actually have to travel to. Like, you're not going to live in the same city or the same state, maybe even the same country. And that could present its challenges along the way, which can be part of the thing that restricts you. And that's why you're going to need to really look at the bigger picture, the higher perspective, be in the flow energy. Like, ooh, I really love traveling, so this is actually kind of amazing, because now I get to experience something new. Like, it's a really big energy around perspective shift, okay? But I feel like here, because you have this honeymoon phase, you could actually meet this person at a wedding. That's one message there. But additionally, or on vacation, or this person is at a distance from you. Now, I do have to tell you what's on the bottom of the deck, though. You do have they'll be back. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify this a little bit for you with the tarot, because I'm getting a couple different messages here. And I like to do that because I feel like everybody's situation's a little different. Tell me about the they'll be back, please. The moon card. The tower on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like there's a person who is going to suddenly come back. Mercury retrograde, 9 of Swords here, while, like, before September 15th. Yeah, wanting a fresh start. Ace of Wands. For some of you, this is worthy of your investment. Okay? For some of you, this is. Now, tell me about this honeymoon energy. There's that 4 of Cups again. And then the Ace of Cups. I'm telling you. I am so telling you. Like, it's like you go from this energy of... the 5 of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. You go from this energy of... my person is just never going to come. Like, they're just never going to come. Like, I'm just so over it. And it's like, but you don't actually see, like, it's like, you gotta stop focusing on what was lost, what didn't work out, your worries and all of that, because an Ace of Cups is actually coming to you. Like, it really is. And I feel like right here, In the past, you could have had challenges here with emotionally unavailable people or somebody who distanced themselves when there were challenges or arguments, instead of like staying to actually like try to figure out how to, you know, work on it with you. And because of that, you could feel like, God, they're all the same. I'm never going to find somebody who is like emotionally available, right? But I actually feel like you are. I mean, the King of Cups was here, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Like, you don't see, I'm telling you, this Four of Cups here, right here, you've been focused on, and you have another one, focused on like what didn't work out. And what you don't see is that an Ace of Cups coming behind you, something that it's like karmically or astrologically, this is just the right time for you. Or, you know, the universe has decided, your guardians have decided that this is the right time. Like, you don't see this, but it's coming in. Okay? It is something that you have been wanting. And now for some of you, that is somebody from the past. Like, you want somebody from the past to return. And that person is going to. For others of you, though, you're just like, I just don't want, like, I'm so worried if I date anybody, the worst case scenario is going to happen, which is similar to what I dealt with from another person. Somebody who could have kept secrets, who really stressed me out, distanced themselves, didn't want to deal with their own emotions, was always running from themselves or escaping themselves, or, you know, that kind of thing. And it's like, you are afraid that that kind of situation is going to keep continuing for you. The Nine of Wands just came out. And so because of that, you can't foresee something truly beautiful coming your way. And then it does. It's like, but like, I feel like the key here for you, the key of this whole thing is not to just take this message that I've given you and be like, oh, good, somebody's coming in my life. No, it is to take the advice of the message. And that is, you need to get into the flow of things that really like just bring you joy, where you're just in the moment and things like that. You need to leave this to the universe. You need to shift your energy. You need to do this for you. And that's when this person is going to come in. Somebody who's not a Knight of Wands, and I noticed the Knight of Cups was trying to pop out of the deck. Your options are opening up. And then you have the Judgment on the bottom of the deck with the Star. For some of you, though, guys, I got to be real, like 2 people are actually coming back. Or 2 people are entering the picture. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Wands and Sun card. What I'm kind of getting here for you, Libra. There's the Fool. What I'm getting here for you is that Fool card can mean ending a cycle and starting a new one. Okay? It can be with the same person, right? It can be closing out a cycle of not speaking with that person and beginning anew. Okay? But it can also mean closing out a cycle for good and beginning a new one elsewhere. Okay? And so I do feel like you're supposed to take that how that resonates for you, because I feel like you're gonna have options to either go backwards or go forward, and ultimately at the end of the day, we all have free will. We all have free will. We really do. We all have free will. But because of the fact that the they'll be back was on the bottom of the deck, I really do feel like that's very few people. For the vast majority of the people reading this reading, or watching this reading, I feel like you're going to be in the flow of your life, or you're supposed to be in the flow of your life. and something new is going to come in. Now I'm getting you a couple of career cards here. Look at that, the Artist. I'm telling you, be in the flow. Oh, Explorer was popping out. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here for you, another message that I'm getting here for you, which I really feel like ties into everything that I was just talking about. Like, this is in terms of career as well. So I feel like here you have this, the Office, and it says, think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. And so I feel like you're supposed to be focused on this month, not how much money can I get out of this or how much am I going to get paid, and actually focus your energy on what you enjoy about your job, what you enjoy about what you do. If you work with clients, do you love making them smile? Do you love making them feel good? Do you love helping people? That is what you're supposed to focus your attention on. And finding, look at this, the Artist, finding beauty, focus on finding the beauty in your everyday, in your day-to-day life, right? And so that, like I'm telling you, it's all about a perspective shift and being in the flow for you this month, Libra. Like, it really is, like, you know, creating things that feel good, right? And I feel like also it's like recognizing like you have a lot to give, you have a lot to offer, you have skills that you possess that, you know, that you need to share with the world, right? And I feel like you kind of just need to motivate yourself, because you are supposed to be also motivating and helping others, right? And so it's like you got to get out of bed in the morning and you need to look yourself in the mirror, Libra, and say, Libra, you have a lot to offer. You are successful, you are valuable, and you do good things for other people in their lives. And you are noticed, and you are valued, and you are recognized, right? And you are appreciated. And I want you to go out into the world and just know that you're going to have a good day, and focus on the things that you love about your life and you love about what you do. And just know that everything's going to fall into place for you. Because it's time to explore life. Like, really think of life as a journey, as an adventure for you. Not to focus on mistakes that you've made, not to focus on things that went wrong in the past, not to focus on what might go wrong in the future, trying to peer into the future from a point of anxiety instead of your intuition. Really, instead, look at it as, I'm on a freaking adventure today and I'm going to be in the flow. And look for things. If you cannot be in the flow with your job, you know, or with the people that you work with, and you just find it absolutely impossible, then find things to do that you can be in the flow while you're at work. Like, say for instance, if you work in an office and you work at a desk, you know, maybe you like listening to music, or maybe you like watching funny cat videos, or maybe you like to draw, and like in your downtime between, you know, your paperwork and things like that you have to do, or between clients, you can find ways to make you feel good. Maybe you need to take a bathroom break and, you know, go do a TikTok dance in the mirror, or maybe you need to or maybe you need to go to your car on your lunch break and, you know, just turn on some music really loud and like just get in the vibe. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like you've got to increase your sense of vitality this month, you know, because it's not doom and gloom. That's all in your head, honey. Like, I don't like saying that to people, that it's all, but really, for real, Libra, it really is in your head. Like, it is just how you're seeing things. And I'm telling you, like, this is the time for you to really look at life as, what's the opportunity today? What's the adventure today? What's the blessing of today? And what did I find to be the most beautiful of the day? And just be freaking intentional about the fact that that's the energy that you're going to move in. Let's go ahead and get you a closing oracle message. Libra. The clever. Ooh, see? And when you're clever, clever people are opportunists. Look, the Lover. This is the first time that card has ever shown up. Sleepless. Libra, this is what I'm talking about. You can't be too worried, having sleepless nights, worrying about things that have not even come to pass, because I'm going to tell you right now, like, if you sit around and you worry about things, like, it doesn't make it better. It doesn't fix it. It doesn't stop things that might happen. It doesn't do any of that. Like, it just doesn't. So there was this Lover. I want to get you one more. The Trickster. So I actually see this as a really beautiful energy right here, because the Clever and the Trickster, you are tricking your mind. You are tricking your mind into bliss. That's what you're doing. Because I feel like, honestly, like this month, like your mind, I feel like wants to default into, oh, bother. Oh, bother. You know what I mean? And I feel like what's happening for you is that you are looking for the opportunities to shift out of that. And you are going to trick your subconscious into believing and seeing the good, honey. And y'all, look, honeymoon and Lover, bliss. Ooh, you have, like, this looks so beautiful. A beautiful little connection coming in. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helps. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're looking for a personal session, you can book down below. And I will see you next time. Bye.